What's going on, guys? I am Switters. Welcome back to the channel, and today I just want to quickly, as quick as I can, go through the Season 3 challenges for zombies like I did for Season 2. Try to help you guys out if you're having trouble with them, maybe give you a little bit of strategies, ways to go about this. The season ends in 15 days, so you don't have too much time, and some of these, there's a couple of them that are actually pretty difficult. And there are others that just might take a little bit of time. So if you definitely want to get these done, I would start now, start very soon at least. I wouldn't give yourself more than a week to do it, or less than a week to do it, I should say, because it might just take you a little bit of time, you know, depending on how much time you have to actually put into the game. So let's jump into it. I'm going to try to keep this, like I said, as short and sweet as possible. First, we have Flock of Birds. Earn 50 kills with a chopper gunner at any XFill site. You can do this on Outbreak. You can do it on a round-based map like Maschine or Firebase Z. Doesn't matter. Just make sure you have a chopper gunner before you go into XFill and take out all the zombies that are in that in the XFill site location. Pretty straightforward. You could probably get it done in one go, depending on what round you do it on. If you're doing it on a round-based map, or even with Outbreak as well, but if it takes you two, not a big deal. You'll get it done very quickly. This one is very easy. Don't look back. In Outbreak, kill 25 enemies with vehicle explosions. Now again, you have to do this on Outbreak, obviously. Basically all you have to do is, you could use a snowmobile, a car, a truck, any vehicle, a motorcycle, doesn't matter. All you do, what I did was, would get a bunch of zombies to get attracted to me, like, hey, they start coming after me, park the vehicle, get them closer to it, and just then when they get close enough, just shoot the hell out of the car, or the, you know, whatever, the vehicle, the snowmobile, the motorcycle, whatever it is that you're using. It'll explode. You're probably only going to get like 2 or 3. If you're lucky, you can get 4 or 5 in one go. So this might take you a little bit of time. Not too long. It's definitely doable very quickly. But these things are going to add up over time. Like I said, I wouldn't give yourself less than a week to do this unless you can super focus on getting all these done very quickly. Next, we have Gun Show. Kill 100 enemies with your fists. This one is very easy. You're going to do this on Outbreak. You're going to go into the map, take whatever gun you want. Doesn't matter. Because once you get into round 1, you're going to switch to your fists. Do not have your weapon out in melee, because that'll use your knife. Just switch to your fists. It's a one-hit kill on round 1 with your fists. You can get this done in one game on round 1. Just keep going to, you know, different locations around whatever map you get spawned in on, and just punch the hell out of the zombies. Easy to do. Hard day's work. In Outbreak, complete 5 objectives and exfil successfully. This one is very self-explanatory. Go 5 full rounds, complete the main objective, and then exfil. There's nothing special about this one. It's very straightforward. 2 is better than 1. Get 500 eliminations using a weapon with a dual wield attachment. So you're going to use the pistols here. I use the Diamatis, I believe. You could use the 1911s. You could use the Magnum. It's up to you. They do need to be fully upgraded, though. That's the last thing you unlock with pistols, is the dual wield. So make sure your weapons are fully upgraded. I believe coming this Friday there is a double XP, and I think there was double weapon XP as well coming up. But again, I'm not sure. I would just start this now. The Diamatis for me works best. And that's, once you get that, just start when you get into the map. Obviously, pack-a-punch them, upgrade them, make them stronger until you get 500 kills. Very simple. You could do that in one game as well. Lord of the Horde. Have 3 brain-rotted enemies under your control at once. I did this on Outbreak. Obviously, what you need to do is go to the pack-a-punch machine and put brain rot alternate ammo type attachment onto your gun, obviously. And then basically, when you're doing one of the challenges, something where you get like a whole horde of zombies, just start blasting them. There's no special way to turn one and then to turn another one. You just keep blasting them, and you will eventually get it. It happened very quickly for me. There was nothing special about it. You just have to get like I said, a whole horde of them coming at you, and just start blasting, and then you'll turn 3 of them. Electric chair. I would not put elemental pop on as a perk, by the way, because that's going to cycle through some of the, you know, all of the alternate ammo types. Just have brain rot on your gun, and do not have elemental pop. Electric cherry pop. Now you do need elemental pop for this perk, obviously. I mean, for this challenge, obviously. Stun 25 enemies by reloading with the tier 5 Elemental Pop perk. So obviously you need to have Elemental Pop as a perk, and you need to have it upgraded to tier 5. The way I did this was on, I think I did it on Maschine. When you shoot your gun and you have Elemental Pop on, when you reload, it's gonna go off. It's like Electric Cherry from BO3, you know, previous Black Ops games. I don't think BO3 had Electric Cherry, did it? I can't remember right now. Anyhow, you do need to be fairly close to the zombies for this to affect them, though. So get a horde going. You can even just shoot your gun at the ground. It doesn't matter. Get them close to you, reload. It'll get maybe 2 or 3 if you're lucky. You'll get zombies stunned with that. And then just basically rinse and repeat until you finish and get all 25. Immovable object in Outbreak. Kill 5 special or elite enemies by running them over with vehicles. The mimics are the easiest because they have the least amount of health, but you can do this with the manglers as well. Sometimes though, and this is where, you know, you might need a little time to kind of, you know, figure out, depending on what round you're on, you might have to damage the mangler first by shooting it, then get back into your vehicle and then run it over. You can do it with Tempests as well, but when you smash your car or whatever vehicle into a Tempest, the vehicle explodes and could take you with it. So what I would do is drive it right at it and then hop out like about a second away from hitting it and let the car just smash into the Tempest, and then it'll blow up and kill it. You're probably not going to get this done with the Panzers because they can jump, obviously, and they have a lot more health. So I would recommend you're getting this done, like I said, with the Mimics, with Manglers, and Tempests is how to do that. Hedgehogs Dilemma. Kill 50 enemies that hit you while Tier 3 of Frenzied Guard is active. Okay, so now obviously you have to have Frenzied Guard as your field upgrade, and you need to have it leveled up to Tier 3. Very simply though, when you activate this, when it's at tier 3 and you let zombies hit you, they die instantly. That's all you need to do is keep setting it up until you get 50 total enemies that kill you. So I think you probably have to do it 5 times. I think it's 10 enemies, 10 zombies that die when they hit you. You have to do it obviously while the Frenzied Guard is active. So get a little horde going, set it off, and basically just run into them. They'll hit you and then they'll die instantly. Probably want to get your armor full, so you know, tier 3 armor by this point, because when you set off Frenzied Guard, it'll take damage. Your armor takes damage, your health does not while they're hitting you, and then it'll be killing them at the same time. So again, pretty easy. None of these are, you know, that difficult to understand, but there's some little tips just make it easier. Deadeye, get 500 eliminations with sniper rifles. This one is very straightforward. I would just hop onto Maschine or Firebase Z, whichever one you prefer. Load in with whatever sniper rifle you prefer, and just start getting kills. Very simple, very straightforward. It just takes a little bit of time because you need 500, but this you can definitely get done in one game. Untouchable. This I would say is the hardest challenge of the season, and probably not even close. This is definitely the hardest. This should be, as far as I'm concerned, like a Dark Ops challenge, but you can definitely get it done. So in Outbreak, complete an escort objective with the rover not taking any damage. One little tick of damage will do it. That means if the rover rolls over fire left by a fire dog, a hellhound, whatever you want to call it, if it takes one hit from a Tempest, if it takes one blast from a Mangler, one hit from a zombie, you're no good. So I would absolutely use the M16, and basically you're trying to get the escort objective on either round 1 or 2 of Outbreak. Before you do the challenge, get your weapon upgraded as much as possible. You can absolutely pack a punch at least once in that first round if you're doing the side challenges and just killing lots of zombies, earning points. You can upgrade it to a tier, maybe tier 1, maybe tier 2. But the thing to remember here is you have to, you just kind of have to know the path that the rover is going to take, and also so you know when and where the enemies are going to be coming from, because it's a pattern. It repeats every time, but there can be a lot of them. Again, you can try to, I did this once on round 4 and I took one little tick of damage and that was it. So it's not that you can't do it when you go up in the rounds a little bit, but like I said, round 1 or 2 is really where you're probably going to get this done. Use the M16. And don't forget that you can get away from the rover. I would stay far enough away from the rover the entire time, because the zombies, the dogs, are all going to come after you. So they'll give yourself a little bit of room between you and the rover while it's still moving, but you're not right next to it. Because if you move too far away from the rover, the zombies, everything, are going to go directly for the rover itself and not for you anymore. So you got to kind of find that balance where you're staying far enough away that when a horde comes at you, especially the dogs, really it's the dogs that are the biggest problem, that they don't just lay fire right in front. If they do this, little tip here, if the fire dogs come out and they lay fire in the path that the rover is going to take, run the hell away from the rover so the rover doesn't roll through that fire and take a little bit of damage. Again, one tiny tick of damage and you're going to fail this. So you'll probably have to do this multiple times to get it right, but hey, maybe you'll get it done the first time. Who knows? Crack the shell. Destroy 50 pieces of armor with the Shatterblast ammo mod. I would do this on Outbreak because if you do it on a round-based map like Maschine or Firebase Z, you have to wait till you get to round 20 until you get the armor zombies in. So with this one, easiest way to do it, shotgun, either Hauer or Gallo, whichever one you prefer, and then obviously start upgrading it and the alternate ammo type that you're going to put on it obviously has to be Shatterblast. When you shoot a zombie, especially with the shotguns and they have armor on, it takes the armor off instantly. So this one, it's very simple, but it probably is going to actually take you a little bit longer than you would think. But just get to round even 5 on Outbreak, and you'll start getting a ton of armored zombies coming at you. So it won't take that long, but it'll be probably one of those things where it actually takes a little bit longer than you think, because Shatterblast doesn't go off every time you shoot one of these guys. You have to wait for it to recharge. Suppressing fire. It's in Outbreak. Kill 10 Hellhounds before they enter the structure during the holdout objective. Now, this one is obviously self-explanatory, but you're going to want to get this done, again, much like the Untouchable with the rover. You're going to want to get holdout in rounds 1, 2, or 3 probably. By the time you even get to round 4, they start to come really fast. So this is probably going to take you actually, it's like 3, 4, maybe even 5 games to complete this. So basically all you got to do is when the Hellhounds are spawning in, you should be posted basically in a window to draw the zombies towards you. Once you see where you can hear it always spawn in too when the Hellhounds spawn in, and just take aim at it quickly, shoot it before it gets to the window, before it knocks down all the barriers, before it jumps in. That's pretty much it. It's, like I said, it's self-explanatory, but it's a little bit more difficult than it sounds. Rude Awakening. Revive yourself 10 times by killing an enemy while downed with a tier 5 quick revive perk. This one you're going to do on a round-based map, and again, you need to get tier 5 on your quick revive, so if you don't have all the Ethereum crystals you need, you got to start grinding really quick and get those done. You can get this done in one game, though, for sure. Basically, I did it on Maschine. You're going to go over to, as soon as you have enough cash, go over to quick revive, buy the quick revive perk, let a zombie down you, and then shoot it, and you will be instantly revived. Go buy some more quick revive, rinse and repeat. That's all it takes. Blood Transfusion. Here, heal yourself 5,000 health using tier 5 of the melee weapon class skill. Again, obviously, you have to get your melee up to tier 5. All you need to do is basically, I would spawn in with the knife on Maschine, Firebase Z again, either one. Let a zombie hit you a couple times, then knife them. You will gain a little bit of health back each time you do. I believe it's 15 health that you gain back each time. I might be mistaken on that, but I think it was 15 health. This one is actually, it sounds like a lot when you consider you're only getting 15 health back, but this one actually, I got done, it was very, very quickly, actually. I think before even round 10 on one of those maps, I got it done. So you can do that definitely in one game. Back in my day, in Outbreak, complete 3 objectives and XFill with only your loadout weapon and no upgrades. So this one you have to do on Outbreak, obviously. Whatever you load in with, whatever gun you're going to use. Basically, you have 3 guns that are very viable now. You have the Hauer, the Gallo, those 2 shotguns, and the M16. There's other stuff that's certainly viable that you could use, but those are the 3 best weapons right now. Just don't do anything to upgrade it. Don't pack-a-punch it. Don't put an alternate ammo type on it. Don't upgrade its tier level at all, and just complete 3 rounds and then XFill. Simple enough. You can still use like a chopper gunner when you're going to XFill, or the death machine, something like that to help you. Just do not upgrade your gun. And what I did, just because this game is a little bit wonky, we all know that if you've been playing it for even a few weeks, I would just not even pick up another weapon the entire time. Don't, even if you get a ray gun, a drop from killing one of the mini bosses or something, I just don't pick it up. Don't get a wall weapon. Don't get anything. Don't pick up anything out of a chest. Just use the weapon that you spawned in the game with, and complete the 3 rounds like that. That's it. Specially made. Eliminate 50 special or elite enemies with launchers or special weapons. I would do this on Firebase Z because you get so many mimics that spawn in that game. Take whatever launcher that you find is best for you. It's a little, everybody's got their preferences. It doesn't really matter as far as that goes. But you can upgrade the launcher when you're in the game. So you can pack a punch 3 times. You can get it to tier, legendary tier. You can upgrade it and all that stuff. It's not that you're going to... It's not like this one, like I said, back in my day, where it might get a little bit weird if you pick up another gun. You can upgrade it all you like. You can buy a wall weapon. You're still fine. You kill regular zombies with the wall weapon or whatever you get from the mystery box, anything you like. But anytime there's a mimic will spawn in, or whatever other mini boss that you're trying to take out with it, you can get a week with the regular weapon, and then even 1 hit to kill it. Just so long as you're getting the kill with the launcher, you're good to go. Again, Firebase Z is definitely the map to do that on. Pull, shoot down 25 Tempest bolts. Now this one is very simple. I did it in 1 game. I happen to be on Alpine. It doesn't matter the map. So what is going to happen is, once you start getting Tempests that spawn in, basically you're going to get into a confrontation with the Tempest, okay? If there's 2 of them, you can kill 1 of them, so there's only 1 left. Kill whatever zombies are around. You're going to have to feel this out for yourself a little bit here, but once you reach a certain distance away, you know how if you get closer to the Tempest, it just teleports away, getting further and further away from you. You just need to find that kind of range where it doesn't run away from you, and it continually is trying to hit you with the bolts. Stay exactly at that range. Aim right down sight at it. This is best with a shotgun, because you'll be far enough away that you won't actually damage the Tempest himself or herself, but you'll only be shooting down the bolts. So with a shotgun, with the Gallo, with the Howard, doesn't matter. Your choice. Just aim down sights at it. When you're at this distance, you should basically be in a standoff, the 2 of you facing each other, again, from a far enough distance. Once it shoots a bolt at you, just start shooting your shotgun until the bolt is destroyed, and he'll keep repeating it again and again and again and again. It'll probably take you 2-3 minutes as you're doing it, but you'll be done with this challenge right then and there. So this one's actually pretty easy. You do need to find that little, like I said, that little kind of sweet spot of range, though, where he's not going to teleport away from you, and you, again, if you're using a shotgun, you won't be close enough to him to actually damage him with the shotgun. You'll only be shooting down the bolts. Unshakables. Survive 5 Demented Echo ambushes. The Demented Echoes, if you don't know, you're probably going to have to look this up to find the locations for them on each map as well. They start spawning in on round 2. They're the fire zombies that are kind of pinned to the wall, and then you walk into a room and it comes screaming at you. You basically just need to kill 5 of these. This one is very easy. I would only go to like round 3, maybe 4. Like, again, this is to get these challenges done as soon as possible. So go to round 3. This way you get a chance to do 2 per game. Maybe go to round 4 once so you get 3. They don't always spawn in every round, though. So that's a little bit, it's a little bit hit or miss as far as that is concerned. But once you know where they spawn in, which rooms on each map, and I'm not going to go into all that right now, it would just take too long. Again, look it up. You'll know exactly when you go into that room, you'll know where it's supposed to be. A lot of times you can see it through a window from the outside of whatever building it's in. You're like, oh, there he is. So you're ready. When you walk into that room, just have your gun ready and just blast them. So make sure you're pack-a-punching your weapon, upgrading its tiers, but it's pretty simple once you know where they're going to spawn in. Salvageable. Kill 250 enemies with lethal equipment. Again, this one is pretty self-explanatory. I would do this on Maschine or Firebase Z again. Molotovs and C4 are the 2 best things to do. Once you get past, a pretty low round, really, even, Semtexes are just going to knock the zombies down, and you'll have to use 2 to kill them. So Molotovs, they just keep burning, so you can just keep running the zombie horde that you get going back and forth through the fire and do more damage and kill them. C4s obviously are very strong. They have a pretty large blast radius, so just make sure you're not damaging yourself too much when you set those things off. But then you'll have the crafting table where you can go craft more of whichever item you choose for your lethal equipment, and just keep reloading and do it until you get 250 kills. Very straightforward. So this is the fastest way, I think, to do all of these challenges. And then you'll finally end up with your Season 3 Zombie Master calling card, which is actually a pretty cool calling card, I think. I don't know what it has to do with zombies, but it looks pretty cool. It looks more like a transformer or something, but hey, what are you going to do? Anyhow, that's it. If you have any questions, put them down below. Drop a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. I'll talk to you soon.